This is not the way you want your Saturday morning to start. This is a broken egg in front of our little termite nest. Inside there is another broken egg. This can be two things. It can be some sort of animal, mongoose kind of thing. It comes, breaks the eggs, eats the things. It can even be the Muscovy duck itself eating the eggs. Both them is very bad. Muscovy duck eating its own eggs is probably the worst of the two scenarios, because there's nothing you can do. Once they learn to eat their own eggs, they can become Kentucky fried mongoose, Kentucky fried Muscovy duck, because there's nothing you can do to train them to not eat their own eggs. A mongoose or some other wild animal, there's probably something you can do, but you'll have to put the ducks in a little cage to protect them against that, because in a wild area like this, catching the mongoose is not a good idea. So yeah, we have some figuring out to do on a Saturday morning. So today we'll be planting our first, show me Moremi, turn it around, sorghum super graze. So this is where we plant alfalfa. Now we'll be planting it between the alfalfa, some areas separately where it can grow to adulthood, and some areas just between the alfalfa to break a bit of the monocropping idea. That in those areas they won't be able to grow to the full extent. They'll be cut down for grazing purposes before they can grow up completely. But in the area where there's no alfalfa yet, they'll grow up, and then we will let them go to seed. Moremi says it's actually something that they eat at home as well. It's something that they use as a grain. Now you might ask me why I'm sitting in a fertility pit in a swale. Let me show you. There's a swale going that side. This is the fertility pit that we dug yesterday, and this wasn't supposed to be part of the video. The wind is blowing like crazy, so none of the ideas that I wanted to have work for the video is panning out. And so what do you do when your ideas for your video doesn't want to turn out and you've got a little kitchen garden in your food forest? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and harvest some veg. I'm going to go and cook some food for my family. But before I do that, I want to tell you quickly something that happened today. Lucas and I, now today was extremely hot. Lucas and I started the morning and we started watering the mulberry forest. And we've been placing mulch around the trees now there for a while. And some hasn't got mulch yet, and some's got mulch and so on. And he scratches the top to see if it's wet. And on the ones that there's no mulch, you can see there's no water. It's dry, it's bone dry. The soil has started cracking on top, and so he waters it, and then I tell him, come look here. And he opens the mulch on one of the other ones, and it's still moist. And he goes, oh, this is such a fantastic idea. And it snapped. I could see the whole idea snap in Lucas, that mulch has actually got a function. Up until now he's been mulching and thinking I'm crazy and just doing it because he's getting paid to do it. Mulch in Namibia is a very foreign concept. But today was the first time ever explaining a permaculture principle to somebody that I could see it just snaps. And so I started the morning with little hope, or not with little hope, with a little bit of a setback, eggs being eaten. The main purpose of the ducks are to eat the termites. If they lay eggs, fantastic. If they don't, it's okay. So with a little bit of a setback, but I ended the day with not being able to make the video that I wanted to make because the wind is blowing like crazy, but with the idea that at least with somebody in my community, the idea of permaculture, finally there was a light that just popped up. Some sort of system in permaculture that all of a sudden just made sense. And so he started gathering mulch already, said, listen, can't we use these sticks? And he started moving sticks closer to the trees and things like that. The whole idea of mulch just opened up in his mind. While I give you a moment to subscribe, I want to give you a chance to or to give you some encouragement to keep on keeping on. All big things start small. I'm speaking like this because the wind is blowing, but I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow.